What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're gonna jump right into this one, kind of mixing it up a little bit. Out here walking in nature, just enjoying the park. But today I'm gonna talk to you about why you need to stop thinking and just start doing. Okay? Everybody wants to do things. Everybody has ambitions. Everybody has dreams. If you think right now, and it won't take you very long when you do so, there are things that you want to accomplish in your life. There's things that you've always thought about doing. For me, for a long time, it was something like this channel, starting to make videos, starting to record and make content. And for a long time, I overthought it. I don't have the nice camera. I don't have the nice setup. I don't have the perfect background for my videos each and every time. And it caused me to hesitate. It caused me to stop. It caused me to not do what was put on me to do, what I felt like I was called to do in certain instances. And so I put it off and I stopped. For a long time, it was the same thing with fitness. I didn't want to go to the gym. I was self-conscious about how I looked. I was self-conscious about what people would think, etc. And so I put it off and I didn't do it. And it took a long time for me to finally realize that nobody cares. It's not that deep. Nobody cares what you do. Nobody cares what you look like. Nobody cares what you are doing. They're more concerned with their own lives. They're more concerned with what they've got going on. They're more concerned with their problems. They're thinking the exact same thing that you're thinking. And all of those people that are in their head like that, all of those people that are thinking like that, they're all sitting by and watching the people that don't think like that get things done. They're all sitting there watching the people that are able to block that out live the life that they want to live. Now, right now, I'm outside and there's nobody around. It's a peaceful weekend day at the park. It's kind of gloomy weather, so it's not surprising that there's not very many people out here. But even if there were, they may see me for a few minutes. They may see me as I walk by, and they may think, what is that kid doing? What is that guy doing? Oh, he's recording himself out in public, blah, blah, blah. And then we would pass by, our lives would go on, and they wouldn't think another thought of it, and I wouldn't think another thought of it either. And meanwhile, while they're sitting there judging me, I'm creating this content, I'm pursuing my channel, I'm uploading content, and I'm creating value for the people that I want to create value for. And what I'm doing has no effect on their life, and their opinions have no effect on my life. While they're sitting there wishing, more than likely, that they could do what they wanted to do, what they had the desire to do, but weren't willing to actually do it, I'm out here actually making it happen each and every day. I'm pursuing my dreams. And yes, is it going to take you a while when you first start? Yes. There is a learning curve to everything. If you go back and watch my first video that I made on this channel, it wasn't that great. There was a lot of stuttering. There was a lot of second guessing. I had to record it a few times. It definitely wasn't perfect. But with practice, you get better. When I went to the gym the first time, when I lift weights the first time, I was extremely weak. When I first started working out, I was doing girl push-ups, if that's what you want to call them, doing push-ups on my knees in my bedroom because I was too self-conscious to go to the gym and actually work out in front of other people. And then once I did go to the gym, I realized nobody's looking at me. Or if they are looking at you, They're looking at you out of curiosity. Maybe you're doing an exercise that they've never done before. Maybe you're teaching them something. Maybe they're impressed with your physique. Maybe they're looking at your outfit. Maybe you are showing them something that they've never seen. I looked at people in the gym because they did exercises that I didn't even know existed, and I was able to learn from them, while other people looked at me and learned from me. That's how you grow. But when you're so stuck in the mindset that people are going to judge you and everybody's thinking poorly of you, then it stops you from even trying. So many people get caught in the thinking stage of life, and they spend more time in their head than they do actually getting out and doing things. And it's the doing that helps you grow. You can sit and you can watch videos like when I wanted to learn how to work on my car. I could sit there and I could watch YouTube videos all day long about how to change my own oil. But until I actually got down there and did it the first time, I had no idea truly what I was doing. Now, I can change my own oil and it takes me about 45 minutes. The first time, it probably took me a couple of hours. But practice makes perfect. Repetition makes you better. And that goes for everything in life. If there's something that you want to do, just get out there and start. Is it going to be perfect the first time? Absolutely not. But if you stay after it, if you keep learning, if you keep growing, you're going to get better, and you're going to get better, and you're going to get better, and then you're going to be the person that's inspiring somebody else. It's honestly sad that today so many people live in this bubble thinking that everybody else's opinions are what matters in life. It doesn't. What people think about you does not matter. And here's a rude awakening. Most people aren't thinking about you. They're thinking about themselves. Sorry to burst your little bubble and kind of crush your ego, but you're not that important. I'm not that important. Nobody is truly that important to the point that everyone is thinking about you and what you have going on. It's simply not true. We're all focused on our own lives. We're all focused on what we have going on, our own challenges, our own obstacles that we're trying to overcome. Nobody is sitting there focused on what you did. In the moment, sure. If you go and you do something embarrassing in the moment, the people around you may see it. They may kind of chuckle. But after a few minutes, they're not thinking about it anymore. They're moving on with their lives. They're focused on the next thing. Great people, anybody that achieves anything in life, anybody that accomplishes anything great in life, you have to have that mindset of what's next? What do I have to do next to continue to improve, to continue to evolve, to continue to grow? Look at all of the great people in life. Look at people like Elon Musk, all the great inventors. If they allowed their first attempt at anything to define them, they would have never accomplished anything great. Because your first attempt is usually your worst. Look at Michael Jordan, arguably the greatest basketball player in history, potentially one of the greatest athletes in the history of all sports. Didn't even make his high school basketball team the first time he tried out. If he would have given up at that point, he never would have turned the Bulls into the team that it was in the 90s. He never would have went on to win 6 championships and three-peat twice. No basketball player has done that since. Don't allow other people's opinions to determine your value. If you know your value, if you want to build your value, and if you want to accomplish anything great in this life, whatever it may be, even if it's simply being a great friend or mentoring somebody or being a great spouse, being a great boyfriend, a great girlfriend, a great parent, there's going to be trials and errors. You're going to stumble, you're going to fall, but don't overthink it. Simply learn from it, realize what you could have done better, and then grow from it and become better. And honestly, if you need to quiet your mind, one of the best things that you could ever do is simply going outside, exploring nature. There's nothing like hearing the wind whistle through the leaves, hearing the birds chirp, and just getting some fresh air. That's the best way to clear your mind. That being said, if you made it this far, thank you for watching the video. I appreciate it. I hope you got something out of it. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. We're dropping multiple videos like this each and every week. And until next time, I hope you all have a blessed day, a great day, and get after it.